Hey, y'all, and welcome. Oh, wait, can you hear me? Okay. Hey, y'all, welcome into another live. And girl, from government shutdowns to protests around the world, we have a lot to talk about. So let's get it going and roll the intro, y'all.
Wow, 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 wow. This time is smoking stuff. Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. It took me a minute to get that one together, but we here for episode 2. So yeah, so we are now in day 3, breaching into day 4 of the government shutdown. And listen, people are either propaganda, lying, or just doing way too much. Okay. They got me just kind of like sitting up here every time I'm like, when I look at it, I'm just sitting there like,
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
and at that point, girl, let's get into this drama. So let me see if I can bring up my screen for y'all and share something.
Maryland, which is more than 260,000 federal workers.
Bring myself back up here. So this government shutdown has taken effect a few days ago, and people Affordable Care Act. If you guys don't really understand what's going on, this Affordable Care Act it's just, let's say, for those of us who pay for our. It keeps it in a way that depending on how much you make, they can't really overcharge you per what you can actually pay. Something that's actually affordable, an affordable plan, which is also known as the Obamacare. For those who don't really know, so basically, that wasn't even it. Cause like, y'all, they were both sides had a lot to say about the this shutdown this weekend, and I'm gonna give y'all a chance to actually take a look at what they say before I actually say what I want to say, because some of the shit, I'm sorry, excuse my language, but some of the stuff that they were been saying, and a lot of it is not either truthful, or it's a lot of it is propaganda. And I just want you guys to take a look at it yourself, and I'm gonna let you know where shit goes wrong. So y'all, here we go. I finally got the clip. I'm sorry, y'all. We got the clip. Child, this
Democrats have decided to play politics. So school children and welcome to day 3 of the Democrat shutdown. You can see it's pretty empty around here. There's normally a lot of activity. On an average day, we have about 7,000 visitors here in the Capitol. School children and school groups and visitors and constituents, but they're not here right now. And around the country, all around the country right now, real pain is being endured by real people because the Democrats have decided to play politics. So Leader Thune and I wanted to come out and do 2 things today, just give you a brief.
How dare he sit up here and say, "Oh, the Democrats decided to play politics." Yeah, we're playing politics. Politics is called politics, isn't it? Okay, so they're gonna play politics. Isn't that what your job is? I'm confused. Hey. My bad, dog, y'all. I got a little chihuahua up in here. Sit down. Now, you're good. So, but with all that said, I'm gonna let him speak. I'm gonna let him speak. I ain't gonna get on his. I ain't gonna get him in here. Let him keep.
Update on where things stand with this Democrat shutdown, and then to reiterate once more, present the simple facts about what we're facing. This is necessary because the Democrats have a full-out assault to spin the facts and try to pretend as though they are not what they actually are. And some of the mainstream media are participating in this as well. I was giving our leadership press conference yesterday, and in mid.
You full of shit. That's what you are. You full. You full of shit. That's what you are. You full of shit.
I don't know what else to say. Okay, I'm gonna let you continue though. I'm gonna let you continue. We gotta hear him out. We gotta hear him out, y'all. We gotta hear him out. You gotta hear this out. Yes.
Sentence. I was cut off by one of the networks, CNN. I hope you'll stay with us for a few more moments. Because what I was about to say before they went to try to disclaim my remarks was I was about to point to the very page in Chuck Schumer's counter-proposal continuing resolution that proves the very fact that we've been stating. So let me go through that very quickly so everyone here.
What does Chuck Schumer have to do with this? Why do you keep reverting back to Chuck Schumer? Like, are you obsessed with this man? Is there some type of obsession you have with Chuck Schumer? This is all you ever mention. It's like, y'all, listen. Let me fix this camera. I don't care whatever they talk about. They want to blame Chuck Schumer. But continue.
Has no question, and I want Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren and AOC and everybody else who's been trying to spin this truth to watch and try to refute what I'm about to show you. Now here's a visual aid, okay? This is the bill. This is the counter-proposal continuing resolution that Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats filed.
I'll let him continue, though. I'll let you continue.
2 weeks ago, mid-September, the House passed a clean, simple continuing resolution. It merely continues the Biden-era policies and spending that we're enduring right now for 7 more weeks to allow the appropriations process to continue. That's Republicans and Democrats in both chambers working together to get the government funded.
So you and I know that sounds like some bullshit, because if that was the case, so why are they still voting no? If it was something that it was agreeable upon, explain to me why is they still voting no? So that means something ain't clean. But I'll let you continue.
We ran out of time because the end of the fiscal year is September 30th. We needed a few more weeks, so we sent it over. Ours is 24 pages in length. It says, let's just keep the status quo so this process, this procedure, this regular order can be done. Chuck Schumer rejected that. Senate Democrats rejected that. Now 3 times they voted against that measure, and this is what they propose in advance, in exchange for that. So instead, the counterproposal, this is page 57. This is on our website. Go to speaker.gov. You can get all these visual aids for yourself, all right? Page 57, section 2141. You see the highlighted language. There's a lot of legalese in this legislation, in these bills, but it says that they want to repeal the health subtitle changes. What does that refer to? You read down here, Public Law 119-21. That's the one big beautiful bill. That's the American Families Tax Cut.
The big bullshit bill, but let's continue anyway.
Want to do is repeal the very important and necessary changes that Republicans voted to put into law. President Trump signed that into law on July 4th, triumphantly on Independence Day, and it was a great marquee achievement for lots of reasons. Well, some of the most important provisions in that law was that it eliminated fraud and abuse of our health system.
It eliminated themselves out of being investigated. But I'm going to stop right there before they cut off my stream, because I said too much.
Medicaid has been rife with fraud and abuse, and so we reformed it. Why?
Trump's also been with fraud and abuse. Or did he not go to court for that? It's the imagination games that they're playing. It's like they're going to point the fingers here, but they're not, they're going to hide their hands here. They're going to, dangle this over here and then take us back over here. And it's the fact that they really want to try to throw this off on Democrats as if they're not fighting for something that is actually, worth fighting for, is it not? Listen, I don't know, again, what your obsession is, Mr. Mike Johnson. It's the fact that Mike Johnson is really sitting up here and, like, it's the bullshit. They're BSing the entire speech. making up numbers. I remember that clip with I wish I could find it with who was that up there with Trump and I think it was Jeff Bezos. Who was that? And it was having a meeting. He said, "I don't know what number you wanted me to say." They just chose a number and they went with that. So here we go with numbers and lies again. So when you hear them start mentioning numbers and how much this is and how much that is, I just want you all to remember to take that with a grain of salt.
To help provide more and better health services for the American people. Because the problem with Medicaid is it's been abused. We had so many people on Medicaid that never were intended to be there. Medicaid was written for the people who need it most, the elderly, the disabled, sometimes young pregnant women who are in difficult situations. But the resources are being drained. You know why? Because there was two primary categories of people that should never have been there in the first place. One was able-bodied young men who are riding the wagon who should be working. We got them back to work. And the other thing that we focused on was the illegal aliens. By the CBO's estimate, about 1.4 million illegal aliens.
And if they were, so so if they were illegal aliens, yes, if there were illegal aliens getting used in the Medicaid system and they were bringing come in, you understand that there's other diseases in other countries that we don't even have probably the capability to even fight for in our own country. So to keep us safe, if yes, they're going to come here, make sure they get checkups, make sure that they are healthy enough to be here, they can come and bring something that can cause another epidemic. Those are just procedures. Is that not? Is that not how you have a book of procedures and how you do things and keep, your country safe? Or is that not no longer or is this no longer your goal? If that's no longer your goal, I'm gonna need y'all to just say that. I've had enough of Mike Johnson, so we can go ahead and listen to John over here. Another one who's set up here and just kind of no la 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 la. So maybe it should be right here.
Because Republicans are being responsible. We're operating in good faith, and we're trying to get the Democrats to do their job, and they won't. Those are the simple facts, and they cannot be obscured. I'm so grateful for the strong leadership of
They are, but you're not negotiating. But again, let's let that other man speak because it gets much worse.
my colleague and partner over in the Senate, and I'd love Leader Thune to give you a little update here.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker is right. We have an opportunity to pick up a House-passed bill that, if it passes the Senate, will be sent to the White House. The President will sign it, and the government will reopen. It's that simple and that straightforward, and that's all we're talking about here. All we need is a handful more Democrats. We have a majority of senators, 55 senators, have already.
I want you to notice that how he's looking down and around, just telling you that they're making this up off the fly. Notice that he's shaking. He's not firm in his stance. He's not firm in what he's saying. I just want y'all to just watch his body language. Understand that this man is like flustering out of words and just coming up out of books with it. Just making up anything.
Already voted for this clean, short-term, nonpartisan CR. As the Speaker
Watch
said,
Mike Johnson's face in the back.
no policy riders, no gimmicks, nothing in here that benefits Republicans. This is a straight-up 7-week funding resolution.
He can't even keep his eyes up on the lie. Come on, Mike Johnson. You're the reason why they caught you getting caught up. Because your face is telling it all. Your face is
You full of That's what you are. You full of
These are lies!
But we'll let you continue, babes. We'll let you continue.
And we need it to keep the government open. And if we don't keep the government open, you'll have all the things that the speaker just alluded to, all the Americans who are adversely impacted by this government shutdown. Now, this is something, as you all know, as recently as the last administration, during the Biden administration, when the Democrats had the majority here in the United States Senate, the Democrats on 13 different occasions voted for this, a short-term continuing resolution. Now, I have to ask, what's changed? What's different about this? What's different?
Which I'm trying to get rid of.
That's what it's about. It's all about President Trump and the Democrats needing to pick a fight to satisfy their far-left political base, far-left activist organizations.
It's not far left. Medical is universal, babes. So let me introduce y'all to Numb Tongue John Thune, okay? Numb Tongue John Thune. Numb Tongue John Thune just be talking out his behind like a donkey from left to right. This is Numb Tongue John Thune. Everything that comes out of his mouth, just know it's numb. Okay, it's full of it. It's full of it. He should be foaming at the mouth of manure. But you are gonna let him continue to speak. Because we like to play both sides over here, just to hear you out and give you a chance. Just a little bit. Let's continue.
Who are the tail wagging the dog right now. That's all this is about. And you have a Democrat leader from New York in the Senate, a Democrat leader in the House from New York, and you have a mayoral race in New York. You got AOC. You got all these people that are bringing pressure to bear on what should be a routine, simple, straightforward proposition, and that is a short-term continuing resolution to keep the government funded, which is sitting right now. This is sitting at the Senate desk. We will have a vote another hour or two, and it'll be the fourth time that Democrats will have an opportunity to vote to keep the government open.
That doesn't sound like negotiation. That sounds like you're forcing their hand. How about a negotiation over our health care that is already sitting at premiums of about $300 to $400, as high as up to $800 and something dollars a month? How would I know? Because I pay for a private insurance. So, thank you to the Affordable Care Act, because I would be paying thousands. But there's a reasonable price for me. But they're not. They're talking about, like, Democrats don't want to talk it out, and Democrats is just saying, like, "Yo, can we negotiate something different? Can we put some negotiations on the line?" But they're not trying to negotiate that one thing out. They're just saying, "Well, let's send this forward and continue on into the, next time, and we can come back and bring it up." They're never going to bring it up. They're like bad exes. They're never going to bring it up. You know what I mean? So let's.
Now, at some point, reason, good sense, common sense has to take effect here.
Nigga, are you really want to talk about common sense here? Nigga, okay. With your big forehead. You know, I think they got a Simpsons character named after you. I swear they got a Simpsons character look just like you. But I find it one day, I'm going to put it up on the screen because you, Nung Tum John Thune.
Because that's really what this is. They brought to us, and the speaker alluded to all the impacts on illegals and free health care programs in this country, a bill loaded with one.
Okay, I'm done with these motherfuckers because they womp, 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 womp. And we not feeling that. So with all
You full of That's what you are. You full of
I don't even know what else to tell y'all because it's just like on other news coming straight out of Portland, Oregon, and Illinois. Yes. So coming out of Portland, Oregon, and Illinois, there has been tensions rising with all the protests going on with the anti-ICE protest. Should be able to pull you guys up a little quick live real quick to kind of give you guys to see. How y'all. Oh yes. Okay. So before we get into that, did y'all hear about that refinery burning up in Los Angeles? My bad, y'all. I had to. It baffles me actually because it's kind of saddening. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can- I think this was today, I believe. Yesterday. Let's bring this up on the screen. Give me up everything. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, because we're gonna give y'all the story. Okay. So massive fire breaks out at Chevron refinery in LA area. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I find this weird. I'm gonna let y'all let y'all hear this. I'm gonna just let y'all why I find this weird. And this is for my California people too, because listen. I'm gonna let y'all pay attention because it's something funny going on. It's something funny going on.
Erupted Thursday night at a refinery in the area. Firefighters were dispatched around 9:35 p.m. to the Chevron refinery in El Segundo after receiving calls of information about this developing situation in El Segundo, California. This is a large fire being seen at an oil refinery in the area. Fox 11 Los Angeles says that a massive fire erupted Thursday night at a refinery in the area. Firefighters were dispatched around 9:35 p.m. to the Chevron refinery in El Segundo after receiving calls of smoke in the area. You're looking at a live vantage point from the ground right now. Within the past half hour or so, we were also seeing, again, this is not live, but this is what we were seeing from Skyfox about a half hour's time ago. So this gives you a better perspective of the scope of what kind of fire we're talking about here. This is an absolutely massive situation unfolding in El Segundo. Unfortunately, the chopper has flown away since then. Unclear to me. I didn't have direct communication with the chopper. They may have gone back to refuel. But Fox 11 LA does have a camera on the ground right now. We also have a camera planted on one of the mountains nearby, far away from the scene, but you can still see a little bit of the light gleaming from this massive fire at this Chevron facility in Southern California. Those images were absolutely jarring when we first saw them. As of now, and we're taping this just past 10 p.m. on Thursday night, Pacific time, It's unclear what caused the fire or if any injuries were reported. While we've been watching this live feed, we've seen obviously a number of emergency officials responding to the scene. That included fire trucks, police officers. No word yet on if there were any injuries as a result of this explosion and massive fire. We heard Fox 11 Los Angeles' programming. They were covering this at the tail end of their 9 p.m. news. They said that they were speaking with some witnesses who said that there was a sound of an explosion that was so large that they almost wondered if a plane crash had happened. And now here we sit about a half hour later, and this oil refinery, at least this portion of the refinery, continues to burn in El Segundo. Very few details. This has only happened within the past hour or so here. So again, I'll reiterate what little Fox 11 does know about the situation. They say firefighters were dispatched around 9:35 p.m. to the Chevron refinery in El Segundo after receiving calls initially of smoke in the area. For now, it's unclear what caused the fire or if there's any injuries. We're seeing a fire truck roll past the camera as we speak. Me and our producer Caleb here have been combing social media for any official word from any of the agencies nearby about what's happening out there. We're finally hearing something from the Manhattan Beach City. This is Manhattan Beach City. This is the city account, it appears. They say, we are aware of the unusual fire event at the Chevron plant in El Segundo. There are no evacuation orders at this time. Stay inside. Additional information will be sent out as we find out. Back to this live band.
So let me tell y'all why I find this weird. So I was watching the news this morning, right? And Newsom was coming up with some new kind of a gasoline called E15. Now, this is why I find this ironic, because I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. So I had to look it up first. So let me see if I can share on the screen with y'all. So it says right here, Governor Newsom signed Assembly Bill 30 on October 2nd, 2025, allowing the sale of E15 ethanol gas, which is 15% ethanol gasoline in California, to stabilize the fuel prices and improve air quality while the California Air Resources Board studies the blend's environmental impact. The bill was passed by the legislation to provide consumers with fuel options and help avoid severe price spikes, according to the governor's office. Okay. It says E15 gasoline blend contains 50% ethanol compared to the 10% traditional gasoline. It is not safe for all engines, excluded for some certain vehicles and motorcycles and buses and all other vehicles. What? Wait a minute. Why would y'all create something that ain't safe for everybody? Let me show y'all what I'm reading. I'm sorry, I got y'all just sitting there. I thought y'all could see the shit for a second. So look what it says. Look a second. So look what it says. E15 gasoline blend contains 15% ethanol, and compared to the 10% in the traditional gasoline, it is not safe for all engines is excluded from certain vehicles like motorcycles and buses and off-road vehicles. What the fuck? So. Okay. Now, Newsom. Listen, baby. I've been having some questions about you because the things that I'm hearing, I think that's why I really have an idea of you being president, but now I'm really thinking about it. I'm not even sure if what's going on with you as governor because you've been doing some questionable things lately. But honestly, it's that's what I mean. It just looks sketchy that coincidentally this gas station will be blowing up around the same time that you make this announcement coming from the governor's office. And as I just mm. Go ahead if you want to, but I mean, yeah. So let me bring myself back up here. See, that was a
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
all right. Thank you for taking that little break with me, you guys. All right, now we have it right here. It's gonna be a little quick live of another live. So let me pull it up on the screen for you guys.
This ain't how your daddy. Trust me, this ain't how your daddy.
Feels like they're working from a playbook and they're being held for days or weeks at a time.
Oh, hell no. Listen, that was too much. That, hear what I say, and I'm going to say it clearly. That is excessive. That is too much. Do you see this? They're dragging them across the ground. Oh my God. And you want to say that it was necessary. So who's causing the chaos? Is it the people or is it the government? I just want to know. He just sucker punched him though. Did y'all see that? This is coming. This is bruh. Okay, that's saddening. And you're saying that this is necessary, President, Mr. President, Mr. President. You're saying that this is necessary. This is just. This is in what way? Come on now. Let's live in a little bit of reality. In what way is this just? What way is this okay to drag people out of their homes in the middle of the day? People who are fighting for their families and just peacefully trying to protest. You're gonna sucker punch him like that because he threw something away. You already just drug him somewhere. I would throw something at your ass too, but it wouldn't be that. There don't need them be any more military forces out there because that's it's already excessive force. Look how they're dragging them around. Again, my question is going to be to you, Mr. President. Is it the people causing the chaos or is it you? I need you to ask yourself that question. Is it your mindset? What is your health, by the way? What is your? I just want to know.
The murder our country today.
You full of that's what you are. You full of you full of that's what you are. You full of
That's horrible. I can't believe that they're really doing that right now. Mind y'all, this is still currently happening. This is a video from 2 days ago, but this is still happening today. And Trump has already said he wants to send more people in to Chicago. Bruh. Let me bring myself back up on the screen, y'all. This is the most worst thing I've seen in a long time. People are literally fighting for their families, their health care, their everything. And our current administration seems to not really care. It's more so on an elitist schedule. And honestly, I don't care if y'all demonetize this video or you guys decide to try to hide me in the algorithm. We will continue as a people to continue to fight for each other and voice our opinion for each other and keep speaking up for each other. So good luck with trying to stop us because we're not going anywhere. It's the fact. Do you see the fact? What upsets me is that there are kids that are outside who are also being snatched away from their families. And y'all are seem to be an administration that seems to act like he does not really care unless it's, again, an elitist schedule. If we, as an American people, think that this is not okay, there is more that we can do. We always can. It may look like it's nothing, but emailing your senators, emailing your leaders, local leaders, does help a lot. It actually puts things. It kind of felt a belt to ass because it's you know how they say sometimes shit comes from the head down. Well, if we pushing it from the people, then now the heads are going to have to buck with each other, and now those heads have to bump heads, and the heads above them have to bump heads, and now everybody's going to finally get their stuff together. It's somebody's on somebody's ass, if you know what I mean. All I gotta say is we gotta do better. If really grasp what's going on around the world, it's really bad. And I know it's a lot, so take it in one day at a time, and we'll be right here to keep reporting with you guys. See you guys in the next video, and you know, we can't go by without running that video one more time. Let's get it. Let's go. Bye.
Wow, 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 wow. This time is making stuff. Wow, 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 wow.